Hi, thanks for watching my shoulder mobility video here. I hope from this video you'll find 1 to 2 moves that you like a lot and that challenge you, and maybe you get a surprising stretch that you enjoy. And you take those 2 moves and you practice them regularly with whatever you're doing that involves your upper body. And that's a great way to create progress, to increase your range of motion, and improve your lifts and athletic performance. So, thanks very much for watching, and we'll get started on this shoulder mobility series. We'll start this mobility sequence for our shoulders with some neck stretches. So, bringing your head over to either side, just really gently let your shoulders relax and open up all along the side of your neck. And we'll gently start to move these motions into a more circular pattern. So you'll bring your chin down and circle over to either side. Just really opening up your neck very gently. Allow your shoulders to relax and your head to move pretty freely. And we'll just get a few of these going back and forth. And we'll get ready to do some shoulder circles. So taking our shoulders backwards, we'll do some nice big circles. Take it slowly, move through your whole range. And we'll get ready to take these forward. So shoulder circles going forward now, really slowly, going through your full range of motion. And we'll open these up to some full arm movements. So bring your arms up overhead. We'll just come up, cross your elbows, cross at your forearms, and then open it back up. I'm going to turn arms down to the side, and we'll repeat that. Big, big circles, just opening up. Moving a little deeper into our shoulder joint, let's set up for this next movement. I'm going to bring one arm up so that my forearm is parallel to the ground, flat to the ground. And from my other elbow, I'm going to, like a hand of a clock, and I'm going to close my wrist, my fist down to my elbow. I'll show that again slowed down. So you'll start with one arm up parallel to the ground and bring the other elbow up to meet your fist that's parallel to the ground. And you'll close one fist over onto the other elbow. That fist, as you close it, is facing away from your body. And you're going to try to keep that angle flat to the ground. We're going to increase the angle on this next movement. So you're going to push a little bit further, but you want to make sure you're still using a safe range of motion and that the movement feels safe. So doing the same motion now, just a little bit further, I'm going to increase this angle by dropping this first elbow to the ground. And now I'm going to close, fist facing away, and try to touch all the way down to this new angle. If this feels suspicious at all, keep working through that flat angle and just slowly increase each day as you practice. But use this deeper angle to get a slightly deeper stretch. We'll do the same thing from the other side, starting with one arm flat to the ground. Closing that angle, and your fist is facing away from your body. And last one here, we'll increase that angle and get lined up, and we'll close all the way down, fist away from your body, pointed away at this increased angle, just opening up your shoulder joint. This next move will just sit back really quickly here, opening up your shoulders, your triceps, your lats, pressing your chest down to the ground before we come back up onto all fours. Coming up to all fours, we'll do cat-cow. So I'll press my spine to the sky, and then I'll bring my spine down and bring my head up. So I'm looking forward and up, and I'll return spine back up to the sky, chin tucked down, and back to the other position, head up. One more there. For this next one, I'm going to use one hand at a time. I'm going to make an arc and try to finish that arc with my fist behind my back. And I'll return to the top to start that arc again. And I'll finish that arc by hinging at my elbow and just touching my fist as high as I can on my back without straining. Just repeating that motion each time, putting my shoulder into this active, rotated position. Finishing it up at the top. And this is the same thing from the back. So I'm going to finish that touching my back as high as I can, and then returning back to the top. And you'll notice one side is probably going to be more limited than the other side, but that's okay. Touch where you can and just make a full motion. We're moving into a scorpion, so we'll rotate from side to side, flat down on the ground. When you rotate to that side, the arm is going to be extended out behind you. So extend that arm out behind you and rotate that foot around. I'm opening my knee up to the sky as I do this. Sometimes, for just starting off on this motion, you might just want to keep your knee low and just get a short tap, but go ahead and open your knee up and rotate your hips open each time you switch sides. And I'm just doing some small wrist circles because it feels good in my forearms and my biceps. But very optional, not necessary. Getting into the last few moves here, I'm going to pull my shoulder blades together in the back and push them back forward from my knees here. Really trying to keep this movement in my shoulder blades and not my spine. So it's not cat-cow, it's just my shoulder blades pinched together and pushed back forward. This next move could take some time building up to, so don't feel bad if it's a little bit too challenging to do the first time, but it's the same motion with your shoulder blades in a plank position. Pulling your shoulder blades together in the back and then pushing them back forward, repeating that motion in a plank. It's a very good warm-up for your shoulders and for your core. The last move I have here to finish off is just opening up with my arms, pulling them back behind me, and then doing wrist circles from there. Locking my elbows out. So as I do these wrist circles, I feel a lot of stretching through my forearms and my biceps. And that's all for my intensive shoulder warm up that I like to do before any heavy upper body days. Thank you very much.